Alright, so boom! Kaveh, we back in this bit one more game. If you haven't yet, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. It takes nothing. So today is Christmas 2008. I finally got my hands on the PS3. I was on top of the world. Couldn't tell me shit. I had the top console and the best console experience in my eyes. Along with that console, I was gifted 2 games, Madden 2008 and EA Skate. I woke up that morning ready to spend the rest of my week locked to the TV playing them games. But what I didn't know was that I wasn't only getting 2 games. I was getting 3 of them shits. There was already an extra game built into my PS3. This app was PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home is what some of you would call Second Life. You open the application, created your avatar, and you were dropped into the virtual world. Now I had no idea what I was getting into or what this even was. But as soon as I got dropped in my virtual apartment, I was hooked. I can honestly say that week I spent more time playing PlayStation Home than I did those 2 other games. PlayStation Home allowed you a new medium to meet up with friends and play games, have conversation, and genuinely just make friends with the people who also have the same console as you. I made plenty of friends. Even had me a little high school e-girl, you know what I'm saying? I see you play. This is an experience I thought I'd never have. Something about seeing everybody's avatars walking around Central Plaza or dancing on the dance floor. I mean, there was even a mall to go shop for clothes in. There was a theater where you could go watch actual movies or watch game trailers. I remember up the stairs in the mall, there was a screen that just showed previews of game trailers and anything PlayStation, Sony related. You really felt that PlayStation Home was home for PlayStation players. And as a 14-year-old who didn't get out the house much, this was a dream. Being able to meet and talk with people through this medium helped a lot of us get over our social anxiety, even helped us develop social skills. Whether you just went up to somebody and started talking to them, or you met someone through a game of bowling or pool. Home also has so many things to do, it made it truly addicting. Some of these things included customizing your avatar to look like a Hellgas from Killzone, customizing your personal spaces, your home, your apartment, and even later on in the life cycle of the game, they added more spaces. And they even updated original spaces. And some of these places had their own mini games you could play. There was a space dedicated to FIFA and the World Cup. Speaking of Killzone, there was an event. Speaking of Killzone, there was a little shooter minigame you could play, and the plaza was themed as Killzone, so it was desolate. I mean, they did a lot to keep the fan base around. If you really wanted to get freaky though, there was a trick to seeing the different hub worlds from different countries that they made for PlayStation Home. Back when PSN was free, if you can imagine, if you created a new PSN account and set your home country to, let's say, Japan, it would be an entirely different world from the Central Plaza in America. Amazing. Bro, it's things like this that gets the players involved and helps them feel like they made the right choice in console. Everything they gave us on PlayStation Home felt genuine. It wasn't like they were trying to siphon money out of us. Of course, there were microtransactions, but it didn't get in the way of actually enjoying the experience. And that's what I feel like is missing about games today. The PS3 era was the last time I felt like I was actually a part of the PlayStation community. I feel like there's not much celebration about the console. Not to say that they haven't done anything. I mean, on PS5, there is Astro's Playroom, which is pretty cool. They take you through a few levels and it shows you all the features that you can do with the PS5 controller and the haptic feedback. And inside of Astro's Playroom, you could collect different consoles, you could collect different accessories for the PlayStation over the past 20-something years, and that felt good. But I mean, that was it. With Home on PS3, Sony was allowing us to come together as players in a space they created for us. Everybody had something in common. If you liked Uncharted, there was a space for you to go. If you like Little Big Planet, if you like Heavenly Sword, there was a place for you to go. It was inclusive. Doing a little bit of research for this topic, I came across a lot of videos of people and their testimonies about PlayStation Home, how people met lifelong friends and even met up and ended up being married with children. Crazy stories. In doing research, I found out there's this guy, his name is Nagato. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. But once PlayStation Home closed down, and I believe it was 2015, he made it his mission to see if he could rebuild the experience from leftover code. Since then, he and a community of PlayStation Home lovers have all chipped in and assisted with this project to recreate the experience. And if that doesn't say anything about the impact of PlayStation Home, I don't know what does. I think that is amazing. And shout out to PlayStation for supporting the game for as long as they did. Since the servers have been shut down, there's been a few attempts to recreate what Home did. There was another game that came out a little bit later called Atom Universe for PS4. Same premise, right? Social hub for players to come and meet each other and play games, but it didn't hit the same at all. And it wasn't really advertised, and no one outside the PlayStation Home community really knew it existed. Honestly, I don't think I've heard anything about it since it came out. Then there was another attempt called Nebula Realms, which I think came out more recently. I don't want to bag on a game that just recently came out, but I know that the people who were waiting on it to come out were dissatisfied. Nothing since PlayStation Home has captured that feel, and that's what made it what it was. You know, it was just a certain feel you got from playing it. I really wish they would have kept the servers up or made an updated version for each new console that came out afterwards, but wishful thinking. If you ever get a chance, go ahead and look up PlayStation Home gameplay. Maybe it'll be the first time you laid eyes on it, or I just brought back an old memory. Thank you for watching the video. It's a pretty short video. I just remember what PlayStation Home was when I was scrolling on my PS3, and I was like, yo, I should make a video about this to remind people. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, go check out that IGN video that Nagato was in. If you're interested in helping that out, go ahead and see what you can do for that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I'll be back later this week with some more content. Yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe and do all that shit, man. Okay.